Hi, this is day 7 of my trying Fenbendazole 1 gram per day. I had taken it for 2 weeks in a row. For the first week, I had taken it for 3 days and took 4 days off after that, and then I took another 3 days, 1 gram each, and then took 4 days off. So that counts as 6 days, and today is my seventh day, so it would be the first of the 3rd week that I'm trying Fenbendazole. So far so good. I am actually pretty happy how things have been thus far. Again, I'm not a doctor, and I am also not a cancer patient. I'm just an average guy, just trying it out. I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm not trying to prove that Fenbendazole is somehow safe, or that it is effective for any certain type of disease. But I think there's a lot of people out there who are wondering about Fenben, and especially people who are out of options, especially those who are cancer patients, and they just don't have any other options, and they are considering seriously taking Fenben. Obviously, I'm not recommending that you do so, since I'm not qualified to make any recommendations as such. I have seen my mother, however, pass away after having the small cell lung cancer. She was diagnosed with the stage 4 small cell lung cancer, and after struggling for about a year, she passed away. And I really wish I had known about this drug, Fenben, back then, and had my mom been here, I would have been happy to try Fenben, to see how it affects me, and also probably make a recommendation to her, since she did not have any other options. She did have a chemotherapy for the first 9 months, and for the final 3 months before she passed away, we gave up on chemo. It just had way too many side effects, and then there were some targeted immunotherapy that the doctor was recommending at the end of the 9th month, and we felt that it's not a good idea for us to subject her to so much more pain. And she just wasn't happy. I mean, there was no quality of life when she started taking these chemo drugs, and I suppose there was some radiation treatments also. Anyway, I am very sad to have seen her pass away, and really wish that I had known about Fenben back then. It's only been a few years, but as you know, Joe Tippins had been the person to start a chain of a sort for a lot of people to try Fenben. However, the fact that Fenben can be used for treatment of lung cancers and other types of cancers, as well as maybe some diabetic symptoms, had been well known. I mean, it's been out there. There's been apparently a lot of studies, a lot of researches that had been done, but it wasn't enough to convince the authorities or the doctors or the associations of doctors to recommend Fenben as a treatment for especially cancers. So I'm kind of saddened to see that. Anyway, what I am doing is just a one-man experiment to see how it is. I have read quite a bit of literatures, and it seems Fenben is well tolerated in humans. There's been studies that indicate that the side effects to human beings are minimal, even after having taken Fenben, which was really designed for canine use. And Fenben had been good. I mean, I see all these YouTubers, and I am judged for myself. I don't see these people making up these lies. I mean, they have nothing to gain, and they want to talk about their story and the story of how Fenben helped them, and there apparently had been minimal side effects of Fenben's. And although I'm doing this in English, I'm a native speaker of Korean, and in Korea and among Korean YouTubers, this is an amazing thing. I mean, it's like thousands of people I've seen have been trying Fenben, and they have been reporting some very good results. I'm sure there had been some side effects or negative effects of this drug in interacting with other types of drugs, perhaps. But what I have seen is nothing short of phenomenal. I mean, this is an incredible thing that's taking place out there, and all these people just coming out and speaking about their experience and how it helped them. Most of them seems to have been helped by Fenben, and I have seen quite a few people testimonies of them stating that how they were able to overcome cancer, and some people even speak of overcoming diabetic symptoms. And that's wonderful. That is wonderful. I wish there would be more studies, more clinical studies that gets done. I understand there's one that's underway with the U.S. government. So I'm looking forward to hearing that. Anyway, I just wanted to come out and do a one-man experiment to see how Fenben reacted, or how I reacted to Fenben. This is again. Let me just put it up to the camera here. 4-gram packet from Panacur, and by the way, I like the name Panacur. I don't know whoever came up with it, but it's maybe they wanted to say that this is a panacea of a sort, that it will cure everything. Perhaps it does, because based on what I have heard, it does cure a lot of stuff. It even turns gray hair into black, and also help your skin tones, and obviously it kills off all your parasites, or not all of it, but most of it. It does the deworming, and then I have even seen people, testify that their athlete's foot had been cured, which is wonderful. So all those great things. The only one thing it doesn't do, apparently, is to make your hair grow. I've been trying to get some hair, but apparently one of the side effects could be actually a loss of hair, so it kind of scares me. Anyway, I've spoken at length already. I didn't mean to turn this video into a long one. So I'm going to do this 1 gram. I'm just going to get it right out of the packet. Yeah, so that's 1 gram. I'm gonna do some olive oil. Actually, it turns out one of my staff switched the olive oil. They're using the bottle, but they put a sunflower seed oil into this bottle. So I apologize. I've been calling it olive oil. It's actually apparently sunflower seed oil. But anyway, any type of oil is good. This is again. This is again to enable the Fenben to go through your system into your bloodstream and all that. If you take it with water only, apparently it just stays in the gut area and it doesn't actually move into other parts of your body. But the idea is for Fenben to mix into, go to other parts of your body, maybe through the bloodstream. There's something called bile, bile that is secreted from, I guess it is from your liver, that dissolves Fenben, and then it does not. It actually stops it from going into your bloodstream, something like that. I don't know the details or the mechanics of it. Anyway, but if you took it with an oil, it actually allows some type of a protection from the bile, and then they would be able to be transported to other parts of your organs and things like that. Obviously, I don't know a whole lot about how it works, but all I know is that it's better to take it with an oil, some type of an oil. Anyway, this is vitamin C. I'm mixing it up. Maybe next time I'll try to mix it up with the oil when I take the Fenben. Maybe Fenben mixed with the vitamin C powder together. Maybe a better way of taking it. Anyway, I'm just gonna drink that. Again, it doesn't dissolve all the way. Anyway, this video has gone long enough, but something did take a change. There was a change in my body. And by the way, this is vitamin E I'm going to take. So I talked to you about the nasal passage and how it seems to have cleared up. I find myself having more saliva in my mouth since taking Fenben. And also there's been some discharge, just a clear discharge that for running out of my nose and clearing of my nasal passage. This morning, for the first time, it's a little bit yucky, but there was a mucus in my nose. I found mucus. It's the first time in like many years that I actually found some mucus, gunk in my nose. I mean, it's just, for some reason, my nose always had been fairly clean. And then this morning I saw it, and I thought it was kind of unusual that this would happen. And so maybe saliva, the liquid in your body, I feel like I'm wetter. I mean, the whole body feels like I have more liquid than before, that I'm not as dry. Maybe I'll speak to you about the discharge, the other discharge another day, but it's just that everything seems to be more clear, and then the viscosity is not as thick. It's just lighter, so it's different. I think it's doing me good. Anyway, I've been sleeping well as before, and I go to the restroom. Everything comes out okay. Urination is no problem. And some of the viewers have actually told me that my skin is looking better than before. That might be true. I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll just bring myself a lot closer to the camera and get a chance for you to also examine my beautiful skin. Just a joke. Anyway. Thank you for watching, and I hope you get better if you are watching this video because you're sick. And then for all of you who have also buried or lost your loved ones to cancer, I feel for you, and that is why I believe life is a celebration, that every day is a joy, that we need to learn to celebrate it. And I appreciate every day that is given to me, and they're calling for me, so I need to get out also. Take care, and